Today on the show, let's talk about another use, popular with the kids now, for the use of condoms. That's right, condoms. We'll be right back. Well, I guess the challenge now for everybody in the world of challenges on social media, especially on Facebook or other platforms, is for the younger generation to take a condom from, the pharmacy, unwrap it very carefully, of course, then kind of just pull it up a little tiny bit and stick that end in your nose, you see. Then suck in a lot of oxygen. The condom will unwrap, and somehow magically you'll be able to pull it out of your mouth. What a wonderful challenge this seems to be. I stumbled onto a video when I heard of such a ridiculous thing that was posted in the Tacoma News Tribune just recently in a big article. And I thought to myself, what is this new generation thinking of? Is this something that we need to do to be politically correct on, shall we say, social media? Or is this something that the Book of Guinness World Records has promoted for the younger generation to see if they can actually find another use for condoms? I know the manufacturers of condoms, the Trojan people, are probably very excited over the factor that now they're selling probably 3 times more condoms and getting better advertising. That is, if on the challenge show they would be kind enough to let the advertisement of the actual wrapper be shown, what wonderful things that would happen as far as sales are concerned. But that's not the point of what this conversation today is about, that I'd like you to take to Facebook and actually analyze and check with your friends on Facebook and see what their thoughts are. I want to see if we can start a conversation to explain to the America why the challenge of stuffing condoms in your nose or smoking bath salts, or, the list just goes on in the challenges. The things that we can take the younger generation and mix their brain with is really getting to be interesting. But wait a minute, folks. Besides the high that they can get from sniffing paint and doing all those other unique things that they've really worked on, now we have the politically correct social media challenge. Oh, man, is this exciting. Now, I work with social media, and my project is to bring out advertisers and to start conversations about different points that I think is something that we should be discussing. But I never thought I'd ever come on with a podcast and talk about, on Keeba Podcast, condoms. This is a new one for me. Now, I understand that there is politically correct times to discuss those types of material, and this probably isn't it. But I'm not looking at what the condom is made for. I'm looking at what the condom is being used for now. And I'm really, really, totally amazed. I'm amazed that people can actually take the time, the younger generation, get the proper lighting, get their camera phones going or their cameras, make sure it's framed correctly. You've got that close up as they daintily unwrap the condom and prepare it to be stuffed in their nostril. But of course, the grand show is when they reach into their mouth and yank that right straight through the nostril out through the mouth. What an accomplishment. You'd almost think that this would be something that could be used in the Olympic events, nationwide or worldwide. Condom transfer. That would be a good word for it. Transferring it from one part of your body to another part. What magic it could bring up, wouldn't it? Or is this just another stupid stunt by some airhead whose cuckoo is no longer in the clock that needs to have attention and challenges the world to do stupid things? Now, if you remember back a ways, not too long ago on social media, everybody was using a bucket of ice water and dumping it over people's heads as they're sitting in a chair, riding a bicycle, or whatever. And I thought, okay, they're doing this to gain money for different causes. So far, I haven't seen any money or cause-related function that goes with this challenge of, I don't know how I can put a title on it, but the International Trojan or Condom Stuffing Contest. I don't know if by chance this will help money for Planned Parenthood or what the actual angle is, if there even is one concerning this challenge. But I can tell you this, maybe the parents today should start watching what's going on social media. Maybe good discussions or conversation with their kids before they get the bright idea of doing something this stupid. Maybe that'll take that challenge and put it where it belongs, in the we don't need it file. It's very interesting to me also to look at the psychological effects. Maybe if we don't pay attention to the kids on social media, and we all know the terrible things that are happening with crime and all this other negative stuff that unfortunately is eating away at our social platforms. Maybe if we just don't pay attention to that, we will feel more related to know that if some dummy decides to hop in an airplane and jump out without a parachute to see how the high is before he hits the ground, what a challenge that would be. How many seconds do you think it would take for us to quit breathing after we smack the ground at 100 miles an hour? Parachuting out of an airplane without a parachute. These are just ugly things that we have to look at as parents. Social media is a valuable tool. It is a conversation point that has taken over the world. And now, as parents and as others look at social media, we have to, somewhere along the line, draw the line in the sand. I'd like to just take and draw a line of conversation. So here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to take, we're going to post this on social media, and what I'd like you to do is just comment about it. If you get an opportunity, and maybe you'd like to express your thoughts in email form, for instance, get a hold of us at www.keepasmiling.com. There's a little drop page that comes down. You can add your email address on there and actually give me some information of what you think would help this conversation maybe change the attitude of these kids that are doing stupid things to make a challenge worthwhile. That's at www.keepasmiling.com. We'd really appreciate it if you'd also go to iHeartRadio, type in the top where it says search Kiba Pod or Kiba, Live, and listen to our shows. Strike a little button down below that says that you want to subscribe. There's no charges. We're not gonna bug you or chase you around all over the internet. But it will give us an opportunity when our shows do air for you to pick the newest show up immediately and see what's going on. So until I get to talk with you again, or until we have another brilliant challenge, I'm going to take my soapbox now. That's the same box that says Tide on the side of it. The younger generation understands that comment. And I'm going to slide it back into the closet and tell everybody listening today, remember something. No matter how bad things get, always keep a smiling.